Hey, we are live. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. Everybody that's in here lurking right now. Kevin Sharp here. I want to thank y'all for coming out here. Anybody who's out there lurking around, hopefully you guys can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me well. Tonight I'm going to do something maybe a little bit different. Since Friday night auctions might be, I don't know for certain, but they might be on standby for tonight. I know Mike has mentioned he's got some business calls he's on right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump in and let's see. I think we'll go sit around and talk. I might throw in an auction or two. We got Bigfoot Bill here. I'm going to try to do a little bit more noodling on Bigfoot Bill here, and then we'll auction him off. And then I'm going to auction a commission. You guys get to choose. I might auction a second one. It depends on how fast we go this evening. And if Mike and everybody decides to do Friday night auctions, we can jump back over. I'll keep monitoring. And if you guys in the chat see it, Juan Del Diablo, hello. Hey, what's up? Glad to have you around, man. I think what we'll do is we'll just do this. And if we see that Mike and everybody has started Friday night auctions, what I'll do is we'll jump over there. That way nobody misses out. You guys just let me know if you see it, and we'll go from there, because I definitely don't want to step on Mike and everybody's toes if they get to going. I just figure we'll do this. We'll have a good little chill stream here, and we'll have a little audience participation. I think we'll let you guys choose the subject, and we can do that in the chat. We can choose the subject, or if you see something you like. Well, here's the thing. I've got Bigfoot Bill. You guys can take a good look. I'll show them around here. I was just erasing some of the pencil lines. I'm going to freshen up that tentacle right there. Let me see if I can get my camera straight. Camera seems to want to adjust kind of funky. Anyway. Yeah, just bear with me for a second. I lied. I'm boomering just a little bit this evening. We're trying to get this camera to stay still. But we got Bigfoot Bill from Drawn and Quartered. That was the subject this past week. We had the creator, Doug Tenaple, on there as well. We had Gary Shipman, who was doing Titan. My Titan probably wouldn't have looked as good as everybody else's, so I decided to stay away from Titan. It might be my weakness. Mark Anthony says, I'm glad Bigfoot Bill is part of the second campaign. Totally slept through the first. Yeah. I didn't have a lot of cash right around the time he launched the other one, and it just a kind of a bad. I was just getting into some of the Comicsgate stuff, I know Doug doesn't like to consider himself, but in general, all the streams, the live streaming and things like that, that was during that time, I wasn't really a part of that, so I didn't notice it until later on and towards the end of the campaign, and I didn't have a lot of extra cash. Juan Del Diablo says, that's a pretty cool piece, Kevin. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Excuse my chair squeaking. My square chair that I'm using right now is a little squeaky. Juan Del Diablo, it really is a cool book, beautifully drawn and a fun story. It does. It looks really good. I mean, it looks fun. I was a friend. I wasn't a real big video game fan when Earthworm Jim was out and stuff like that. There was only a few video games I played, and I didn't play Earthworm Jim, but my cousin, who was my roommate, had when I was, had an apartment, and my cousin was my roommate, and he was a big video game player, loved Earthworm Jim. He's not with us anymore. But when I think of Doug's stuff, I think of Earthworm Jim and how much he loved that. He loved that book. The game, excuse me. And I know he would have loved the Earthworm Jim book. But anyway, that's what's going on tonight. So you guys get to choose. You might want to. You can jump in, choose. Uh, we'll figure it out. I'll try to do maybe not a poll, but I'll judge the chat and see what the votes are for a commission or some ideas. If you guys are so interested. Um, and I know Mecha McCheese is going to be on here modding pretty soon, I imagine. He's probably hanging around. And everybody, if you want to, share, like. But let your friends in. Everybody's welcome to come in and hang. To all my brothers out there that we do the streams, I don't have any software like I don't know how to handle, what is it called? Hangouts and StreamYard. I don't really have an account with that yet, but if you guys want to jump in, let me know. We'll try to work something out. We'll boomer this up. And we got lurking, lots of lurking. Comics legend, Wolverine will be my suggestion. Yeah, cool, man. That's very awesome, dude. I have fun drawing Wolverine. Maybe we'll figure out which version of Wolverine, what costumes, what this and that. So anyway, while I'm talking, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tighten up some of this Bigfoot Bill stuff right here. And if you guys got any questions, what I'll do is I'll answer them for you. Have a little something to talk about while we do the live stream. And I'll try not to let there be dead air. I know that's a cardinal sin, it seems like, with a lot of these live streams. I'm not good with the motor mouth and keep talking, but I will try to keep you entertained. Are you not entertained? And so we'll go from there. And let's see what we got going on here. Good evening to you. All righty. Flyfox Pro, hey, what's up? Hey, glad to have you around. Thank you for jumping in. I appreciate it. Glad to see you guys all around here. If you guys got any questions, shoot me some questions. You can hit me up in this chat, and I will try to see it. Luckily, it's not overloaded yet, so I can keep up with the questions in the chat. I'm just working on... You guys, well, I hope you guys can see it. I'll tell you what, I'll move the camera a little bit so you can keep track of my hand movements. And I have my camera for things like drawn and quarter because of the nature of, I have a laptop that I stream from. I try to keep like viruses and crap down to a minimum. So I use just a laptop that's dedicated only to the live streaming. I'm just kind of funny that way. And I've got a camera set up. It's one of those Logitech cameras, and I thought it was a good one. The guy mentioned it was a good one, but I think I could have gotten a better one. This one, I think, only shoots in 720p, and that's only on a really good day. But I hope you guys can see it, and what I'll do is I can get up in there. Yeah, the camera's working. I'm hoping it's working really good tonight. Juan Del Diablo, since you did a Lady Death piece, do you have any other Chaos characters that you like? My favorite is Evil Ernie. Hey, Jamie Ramirez Art. Hi, how you doing, man? Glad to have you along. I don't think I've seen you in the chat before, and if this is your first time here, thank you for coming in. We're just sitting and drawing and maybe possibly auctioning off a couple of pieces. The auctions will work roughly around the same thing what you used to if you're on Friday night auctions. Friday night auctions, we do we show a piece of artwork. If you guys are so inclined, we list the price, and then from there we'll give you a little time to bid on it. And then once that time period has dwindled down, what we'll do is we'll start a countdown, a 15-second countdown. And you do not want to try to snipe. Don't try that too much. You do not want to try to snipe because a lot of times that doesn't work out because there's a slight delay depending on how the connection is and the way YouTube is running and yada, yada, yada. But it's real simple. You just put in a bid. If I tell you this piece is, if this piece is $50 and we start the bidding, if you want the piece, you want to start off, you'll say $50 and then type confirmed behind the 50. And then we'll bid in $10 increments is allowed. And basically you bid up. So you'll say, you know, if it was $50, and if you want to increase the bid, you'll go $60 confirmed, and so on and so forth. It seems pretty straightforward, pretty simple. Hey, there's Miggs. Miggs has dropped in. Hey, what's up, homie? What's up? Glad to see you here. Thank you for coming to the channel, man. I know I'm not the most articulate guy in the world, so having you here and spending a little bit of your time this evening with me is cool. And what I mentioned before is for Friday night auctions, I'm not sure. But for Friday night auctions, I think Mike is busy this evening, and I'm not sure if that's going to go on. I'm not saying it won't. I'm just saying that Mike's kind of busy at the moment. He mentioned that he might be busy this evening. He might be on later. So if Friday night auctions kicks in, what I'll do is I'll divert you guys over to Friday night auctions, and maybe they'll let me come in. They probably will. I hope so. And we'll go over there because I don't want to step on his toes when it comes to the auctions. And especially considering I can't do multiple live stream, you know, have people on the stream. I don't really have any. I don't have the technical know-how to do it just yet, or I don't have StreamYard, and I don't know how to do it on Hangouts just yet. Mine is still a young, burgeoning channel. Let's see. All right. Jamie Ramirez Art. Do you know when DragonGuard will launch? I want to be the first backer. Hey, thank you, brother. Jamie, we're looking. The only hang up right now is me setting up the page, and I want to have some. One of the problems maybe some people have is they maybe overpromise too many perks and things like that. And I'm trying to look at realistic goals, realistic stretch goals, and realistic things. And I'm just trying to narrow down those things. I'm talking to printers and people that can print cards, metal cards. I'm seeing if that's a possibility. I just got a quote from people to do metal prints. So if you guys like that, that is really awesome. And, you know, that's the thing. I'm luckily have Mike's help for advice, and I have everybody. So I'm looking at within the next 2 weeks. Within the next 2 weeks, so it shouldn't be very long. It's definitely probably going to be on a weekend. That way, maybe I can get everybody's free time. It'll probably be at night, so it's either possibly next weekend or at the very latest the following weekend. But it's coming very soon, within 2 weeks. I'm just trying to narrow that stuff down. As if you can't tell, I'm just a little nervous because it's a big deal to me. It's with everything that's going on, you guys know, there are some campaigns that are, you know, maybe running late or running into a few little problems here and there. And my idea is I want to at least have some semblance of having my ducks in a row and knowing what I'm going to spend, what I need, and I'll be realistic about the goals to kind of, you know, what I need to make the project happen. If you don't know, since everybody's here, I'm funding the colors, the stuff you see on the actual page when I launch, and you see a little bit of it on the, if you go to it's in the description. It's the pre-launch page, and what you see there is a good chunk. It's a good representation of how the colors will look. But I've got more pages, and I'm paying all that stuff out of pocket. I'm paying a logo guy out of pocket, and you know they aren't cheap. You know, especially me. You know, I've got a family and stuff, and finding the extra cash to do this is part of the reason why I do the live streams is to make the extra cash to make some of this stuff happen. So, if that gives you a good idea of what's going on. Jamie Ramirez, art, really looking forward. Thank you. And I don't take you guys for granted at all. It's hard keeping up with all that stuff, and I've got an active daughter. She's very, very. She's a great kid. It's just that being a dad, trying to keep up with. She's a little. What's the expression? She's really hyper. She's really hyperactive. She's daddy all the time, and it's a little tough. It takes up my time sometimes. So trying to coordinate the book and everything. It's a new experience. I guess all I'm saying is it's a new experience for me. I've never had to deal with trying to juggle all this stuff and then making sure that this campaign rolls. I don't want to disappoint you guys. I don't want the fans. I don't want the fans to feel unsure about what they're getting. I want to do the very best I can with that. I want you guys to go into it knowing that you're getting a good product. It's very important for me. I really love. I want it to be perfect bound if I can. I love the perfect bound format. It's very cool. I like knowing that I have a graphic novel that you guys got something. I don't know if you guys remember the '80s, like Gotham by Gaslight and Batman versus Spawn and things like that. I want it to feel really cool when you get that, or like The Dark Knight Returns, things like that. You always felt like you're getting something a little special, Jamie Ramirez art. You should do a fan art contest during the campaign, like Gary Shipman, to promote the comic and have the community engage. I will. Gary's got some good ideas. Gary's got some really good ideas, and I know that with Drawn and Quarter, they do the. You draw the characters like I am with Bigfoot Bill here as we're going. And that's important. That's really important. So forgive me. I'm not used to talking quite this much. So if you hear me and I take a sip of water, I apologize. But it's you guys. I want to make you guys happy. I want you guys to go into a comic. If you dig fantasy, if you dig like He-Man, Thundercats, all that stuff from the 80s, I want you to feel good when you get this book. I want you to have fun with it. There's no politics. There's no personal BS in these books. I want you to feel like you were picking up your books back in the 80s and 90s, where you didn't have to worry about some of the kind of messages that are being thrown in and stuff nowadays. And, no drama, just have fun with the books. I wanted, to see cool double page spreads. I want it to be badass. I want you to guys go, oh, this is the coolest thing. And to have a little fun, a little escapism where you don't have to worry about everybody else's opinions being kind of shuffled into the book. And, and like a lot of people, I guess if you look at it in a broader sense, I guess every book has an opinion. If you're any kind of morality or anything like that, you've got an opinion or you're introducing opinion. But, just in a general sense, I don't want you to have to worry about it. It's escapism and have fun and go, oh, cool, man. I hope you look at it and go, that's a badass splash page. Or I won't, that double page spread was awesome. If I can do that for you guys, if I can bring you to back to that kind of fun, then that's all that matters to me. If I can get the book paid for and people happy, put a little money in my pocket, because a lot of this will go to pay the stretch goal or the main goal. the funding will be just for the production of the book at first, and if we can reach that goal, because I've got a colorist, I've got a letterer on board, and pretty soon I can tell you who that is. I just want to be respectful. My idea is be respectful to the people that are helping me, so that they don't catch any drama or anything like that, or don't get in trouble if they're working on another book and they're not ready to announce it. They don't want to break a contract or anything like that. So I'm trying to keep that quiet, but rest assured I have a logo guy, production, and a letterer who's agreed to do this, who I think is phenomenal. And when you hear about him, it'll be very familiar. Anyway, let's see. Anybody else have any other questions or thoughts? And I'm going to do a real quick check over while we're sitting here. I'll let you guys check out the Bigfoot Bill. And let's see here. I'm looking over to see if there's any just checking around, and I'll let you guys see Bigfoot Bill here. Checking my messages and make sure I'm not stepping on toes. We're good. All right. And so there's the mighty Bigfoot Bill. And then in the background is Poseidon. The guy staring there. I thought it kind of felt like a little, kind of movie poster kind of composition. All right. Wandel Diablo. Have you read He-Man and the Masters of the Multiverse? It's so fun to see all the different versions of the characters. Yeah, I'm kind of torn on that. And I don't want to seem like I'm stomping on your enjoyment of the book. If you love it, brother, then that's awesome. That's all that matters. For me personally, since we're talking about, I guess, my opinion of it, it's cool. I like, if the enjoyment is to see the other versions of the characters, that's fine, and I'm happy with that. I'm a little more discerning or discriminating in my opinion, because I'm not a huge fan of the whole I'm not a fan of the Spider-Verse approach that they're doing with that. That's just not my deal. I think the premise and the story is too, so far that I've read, it jumps into everything without really explaining why we're in the mess that we're in. And it doesn't really explain a whole lot about Anti-Eternia He-Man. And it's a huge fan service kind of thing that they're throwing in Anti-Eternia He-Man, because he was kind of a character, I think, that was only in the German record storybook things. He wasn't really known to the wider audiences. So it's cool. And into that terms, you get to see the Filmation He-Man interact with, the movie He-Man, and interact with regular He-Man and Filmation, all that stuff. So it's very cool on that end. And I would geek out on it otherwise, but I just wasn't a real big fan of the Spider-Verse. And so doing it with He-Man, it's not really winning any brownie points for me. And that's just me, since we were talking about it. Miggs was trying to figure out if Titan was on there. No. I guess you came in after it, but I didn't draw Titan just because I wasn't sure how well I would be able to do him. I'd rather not. I feel a little stronger about my abilities with Bigfoot Bill than I did with Titan. Gary knows that character in and out, and I didn't want to. What's the word? I wasn't feeling very competitive. I didn't want to draw the character and draw it so badly so that it kind of took away from the enjoyment of the Bigfoot Bill piece. So that's why I didn't draw him. Jamie Ramirez art. How far ahead will you have you scripted DragonGuard? Will it be a 3-issue arc or 6 issues? All right. The plan is here's how we're doing it. I've got issue 1 plotted and mostly scripted. The scripted part comes after. A slight detour here. I'm drawing everything kind of in a Marvel style method because I'm not a writer and I don't know the format and can basically congeal all my ideas into a panel 1, panel 2, panel 3, panel 4, kind of thing. So the Marvel method was basically, if you're not familiar, the Marvel method was Stan Lee would give an artist a synopsis. Basically, it was like 1 or 2 paragraphs, and the artist would actually draw the whole book and just kind of make everything up based on Stan Lee's guidelines, the outline. And that's how I'm doing it. I work better like that. I've got it broken down a little bit better in terms of, page 1, this is happening, page 2, this is happening, that kind of thing. But I don't have a specific script yet. And the reason for it, I'm just not a good writer, or at least I don't understand the ins and out of it. So that's why. So with Indiegogo, since the books are, a lot of times you see the books and it's basically based on a crowdfunding format. You don't know when your next book is. So I haven't really, if the campaign does well, then of course there's going to be other issues. So I haven't set that down. I don't know how this is all going to turn out. One guy, what scared me a little bit was Aaron Lepresti, and he set a certain goal and he didn't make it. And his book looked so doggone good, man. Garbage Man, the art in it looked so good. And so I don't know what the disconnect was there and whether or not he just didn't, his thing is he feels he didn't promote it enough, or he didn't promote it in a way that's similar to the other guy, so it didn't come out. So he's doing JLA right now. But Mick says Bigfoot Bill looks good, man. Thank you, man. So that's what's going on. Simply to get that all across is that if it does well, I've got enough lead time to figure out the other thing. I have a general thought on how this. I basically envisioned it as a trilogy of issues. So the first one we're going to look at between 48 and 64 pages, maybe. We're looking at stretch goals for extra pages, but it's going to be huge. The 60 pages or so, and I've got that story, and it's fun. There's things I want to do with it. There's things that I think you guys will laugh at. I think you guys will think are awesome. The bad guy is Cryptogore, is evil, and he's just fun evil, like the 80s cartoons. I mean, everything that I'm doing is inspired that because I just want to draw that. And there's been some behind the scenes stuff that I don't know if it's in good form. A lot of people would say maybe good form to talk about, drama and things like that. But let's just say that I've been offered certain things and people pull back and take the offer off the table, where I was able to draw some of these characters and now I'm not. I know it's really vague, but it basically boils down to if you read between the lines in the communications, I'd be offered something and they take it off the table, and it's happened several times, and it's done in a way where there's a little bit of a grudge, and it may be that I'll never ever touch these characters. So with DragonGuard, this is my check this out because it's going to kick your ass kind of thing. And I'm going to put in the best stuff I can. It's the very best stuff I can. I want you guys to love it. I want you guys to just go, holy hell, because that's what we're going to do. We're going to kick ass with this, If, the way I'm looking at it is, if I don't draw comics again, I want to look back on this and go, yeah, this is what I could have done, and screw you guys. Screw you guys. If you didn't give me a chance, you lost out. You lost out because I wanted to give you something cool, and you wouldn't let me give you something cool. And that's why DragonGuard's here. DragonGuard's to show everybody, I love this stuff. I love this kind of material. It's It's what I think I'm best at, and I think it'll wow you guys. And if you didn't take a chance on me, that's your loss, not mine. And that's how I feel about it, you know? So I hope that doesn't make me sound like a jerk, but that's the intention here, you know, is to give you a good book and to watch everybody go to holy hell. And if we can do that, if we can make people happy with that, if we can get you guys excited about that, then I'm going to be happy and you guys are going to be happy. Okay. All right. And so, anyway, we're looking at Bigfoot Bill. All right. And I guess we'll do with the auction. I'll start with Bigfoot Bill because I want to jump into the actual commission and have time to see, you know, you guys to have on with the commission. So here's Bigfoot Bill. I'm putting Bigfoot Bill out here. This is from Drawn and Quartered. And what we're going to do with the auction, like I said, we'll start off at a price. You guys can auction. You just put confirmed over your auction. Jamie Ramirez says, yeah, just forge ahead with your own creation. Love the promo art. Thank you, brother. Thank you. That's there's so many things I want to do with this book, and it's just, you know, the hard part is I've got all this other stuff, the logistical stuff, the things that I got to take care of with Indiegogo and getting all the perks and stuff. And I just want to draw these cool things, you know. I just want to just draw awesome stuff. You know, I've been, you know, most of you guys have already heard this, but for Jamie and just for everybody that's new, I had some health problems, and it just got me thinking. It's like, if I leave this world, I want to look at DragonGuard and know that I at least gave you what I saw that I could do. You know, a lot of times when you're dealing with all these deadlines, a lot of guys have you do fill-ins and you have to rush your ass off. Mark Anthony says, speaking of DragonGuard, just got the page. Yeah, dude, oh man, I'm so behind on catching up with you to find out if it got there okay. And your Psylocke's coming too, by the way. I had drawn it, had it on one of the streams. I actually showed it on one of the streams. Just going to ink it, and your Psylocke will be heading out to you. But speaking of DragonGuard, just got the page, and wow, yeah, brother. That's what I'm doing, man. I just want, if you look at some of the other stuff I've done, Marvel and DC, and then look at this, it's like, hey, either he should have had a better inker, or hey, well, not better. I don't want to diss people. I don't want to take it as dissing anybody who's inking. But I mean, in other words, this is the most true form of what I was drawing. You know, this is not watered down by anything else. This is the vision. You know, if I could have had Sandra Hope or Delsa Corona, he's I'm sorry for butchering his name right now. I'm not drawing a blank, but he's Brett Booth on Bloodshot. If I had guys like that, or people like that, sorry, Sandra, or Scott Williams or whoever, they would really blow it out, you know, and make it really cool. But this is the most unfiltered, you know, that you get to see my stuff, Mark Anthony, and that's what I'm bringing to it. It's just, you get to see, that's my vision of how my stuff's supposed to look, you know. And again, you know, I'm not the best technical inker. I don't, you know, I'm still learning the quill and things like that. So I use pens a lot and kind of imitate that, but you get it. You get it. I'm just meandering here. So let's get the Bigfoot Bill, everybody. And share. If you're new here, or if anybody's kind of lurking, please share. Check it out. We're going to auction out Bigfoot Bill from Drawn and Quartered, and I'll make it real simple. I'll start it off at, since it's a single character, I'll start off at 150. That's usually what I charge for my single character commissions at shows. So I'll just go ahead and show you guys this. I'm going to get really close. I hope you guys can see it. Everybody can see out there. Let me know. Just let me know if it's clear or if I'm potatoing. On my end, it looks like it's really clear, like it's focused really good. There's Bigfoot Bill. We got the tentacles, and then we got Poseidon. Miggs is clear. Mark Anthony's crystal. I think maybe I should A lot of times when you see me, you don't see where I'm at, but I was using it on the countertop before, and I'm actually at my fiance's work, at a work office, and it seems to be doing really well as opposed to how it is on the live streams. Jalapeno Milk says Mike is starting his auctions at 10. Okay. All right. Sweet, man. Good, good. I'll jump in. Let me check the chats real quick over on Twitter because a lot of time I get my information from there. All right. So, Jalapeno Milk, did Mike say that on maybe one of his streams or something? Or maybe did he put a notification out there? I hadn't seen it yet, but cool. All right, Mix says bring that there. Okay, yeah, I guess we would do that then. What I'll do is give me just a second and I'll text Mike, and then I guess I'll take everything over there, or at least theoretically speaking. But yeah, if you guys are seeing this really good, the camera showing really good. I'm actually at my fiance's office where she works, doing a little late live streaming. Okay, Jalapeno Milk. He just said on cross-examination. Sounds good. All right. And all right, give me just a second. What I'm going to do is while we're here, I'm going to send a message. I'm sending a message right now. Then I will tag in with him, just sending a message saying, hey, I'm available, and we'll do this. Who knows? He may tell me to pound sand, you punk. I don't know. But I'm crazy. This is when I ramble. Edwin says casual auctions in about 10 minutes. All right. Thanks, Edwin. And I'm sending a message to Edwin right now. And thank you, Jalapeno Milk. All right, cool. All right, here we go. And there's me. Cool, cool, cool. The image is quite clear. No potato cam. All right, man. Thank you. You're starting 10 minutes from now or so. All right, sweet. You're the man, dude. Okay, cool, cool. So it'll be abbreviated. We'll be over there, and then we'll jump around. Let me ask you guys, since I have your attention and you guys are here, if you're still here, Mark Anthony, if you're here, Migs, wanted to ask you guys, just so I know whether it's worth your time, does anybody want a commission? Mark Anthony says hi. There you go. Is a commission auction something your speed? And while we got a few minutes, you guys right now, if a commission auction is your speed and you want to see me draw it, what character right now? What character would you like to see? All right, Mick says yes. All right, Mark Anthony, cool. How can you milk? You guys, Wandel Diablo, let me know what character you would like to see, and I will do a couple of commissions if Mike lets me. Again, sometimes those rules are, they're very careful about the rules, and I understand that. I don't want to leave anybody hanging or make people wait. So, if you see something cool and you got a commission idea, type it into the chat right now. Mark Anthony, I would, but I don't have any ideas for a character at the moment. Cool. So I need to think of which one. Wandel Diablo says Evil Ernie. Okay. So we got an idea for Evil Ernie. Vegeta. Dude, forgive me. I know I'm butchering that from Dragon Ball Z. I've seen the character before. I could probably do that. All right, what size would you like? I'll get a poll. What size do you guys enjoy? Obviously, a smaller size would be a little cheaper. I have, this is 9x12. I've got a 9x12. Boom, boom, boom. Or I have 11x17. What do you guys think? Jalapeno Milk. I love seeing American comic artists take on manga character. Yeah, it can be fun, man. I enjoy that. Mix says 11x17. Comics Legend says, "Oh, you're still there, buddy. Hey, man. Wolverine is always a big seller. Yeah, I'm having fun. I'm just trying to figure out which Wolverine I want to do. So you guys can sort out a Wandale Diablo says 11x17. Mark Anthony says 11x17. All right, I do have 11x17, so we can do that. Sweet, baby. All right, cool. I'm looking. They haven't posted a link yet, so I don't think they're ready just yet. I don't think, anyway. But anyway, so here we go. We're good. When they post a link, I'll let you guys know. That way you guys can run over and do what you need to do. Or you guys might have multiple windows open that you may already know. But I haven't seen any links just yet. But thankfully, I think those guys will be happy that I actually have a decent looking cam this time. Edwin won't give me such a hard time about potatoes. Oh, Mick's thinking Wonder Woman. Yeah, man. Dude. I do like drawing the Wonder Woman. That's cool. Well, I guess it depends. my Wonder Woman tend to look like fitness models versus not bodybuilders, but fitness models. I always looked at Wonder Woman, if she's going to fight Superman or fight some of these big heavy hitters, she's got, at least for me, a lot of people don't think the same way, but at least for me, she looks like she at least has to be able to kick his ass, or kick, Doomsday's ass or whoever. Maybe not Doomsday, but, she should at least be athletic. And that's just how I always go into it. Like, if I was going to draw Scarlet Witch, I obviously wouldn't draw her athletic like Wonder Woman, or I wouldn't draw her like She-Hulk. Mick says you do her justice from the print you gave me. Oh, thank you, brother. Thank you. I'm just I'm really excited you guys are here on the stream. I'm trying to build the channel up a little bit. I know some of the other people, I've been getting a few comments that maybe I should work on editing because, again, I'm not the most articulate guy. And maybe I should edit my stuff down and make it more entertaining. And I'm not very good with that. And I don't want to spend like a 20-hour session editing stuff. I know that editing can be tricky if you're not used to it. And I know, sometimes people spend a lot of time. I have to draw this book. I have a kid, so I try to just do the live stream. It's much easier for me. And, if I'm boring, I'm going to work on that. But generally speaking, I try to, make my stuff at least fun. You can ask me questions. I can talk shop. Could you draw your take on a werebear? Jalapeno Milk, man, dude, it's like you're reading my mind. I used to actually, when I was a kid, for some reason, I was obsessed with doing like, I would see the Marvel universes and stuff like that. And I was obsessed with that one guy from Ursa Major. I don't know if you're familiar with the Marvel character. And I would do like all these different werebears, dudes that are like hulked out, but they're, instead of the Hulk, it's kind of like a, again, this is high school too, man. But I did paintings and stuff of dude, ripped up clothes and stuff, and he's turned into a werebear. It's crazy, man. Right on, dude. Mark Anthony, I do have an idea, but it might have to be later. 2 characters like Iron Man versus Fing Fang Foom or Mandarin. Oh, dude. Drawing Iron Man, that would be kind of cool. It just depends on which version. Jalapeno Milk, Ursa Major, not familiar, but he sounds cool as hell. Yeah, Ursa Major was part of a a Russian team. It had I'm trying to think of. There's a character named Darkstar, I think, and she was blonde. They were Soviet super soldiers or something like that. A team fought the Hulk, I think, and some other characters, but maybe some appearances in Avengers. But had Crimson Dynamo, Darkstar, Ursa Major, and maybe the Red Guardian. Yeah, so anyway. Jalapeno milk, why settle for a werewolf when you can have a werebear? Yeah, right on. Okay. All right, guys. Mike has posted a link for the stream. So I'm going to end my stream here, and then I'm going to come in. I know there's a way that you can join up and link stream so I can simulcast kind of, but I don't know how to do that. Forgive me for boomering this stuff. So I'm going to end my stream. I want to thank you guys for coming in. All of you, everybody out there lurking, sharing, talking about DragonGuard, sharing DragonGuard. You guys are amazing. I'm going to try to kick some ass on the artwork. I want you to be excited. I'm excited. I want to, man, there's so many, I don't want to talk crap, but there's so many people I just want to, just drive this thing home to. R2D2 for life. Hey, baby, what's up, man? We're going over to Mike's stream. He's starting auctions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut into that. I'm going to end my stream. If you guys want to jump over to Friday Night Auctions, we'll be going there, and hopefully everybody will be happy because I have a good cam tonight, and I won't be the butt of everybody's jokes tonight. So everybody that came here, thank you so much. You guys rock. My man Jalapeno Milk, who's also a mod and other things. Thank you guys. You guys rock. I'll see you over on Mike's stream. Good night, babe. Bye.